What is going on, guys? Welcome to Greggles TV. One of the coolest things about folding phones is they make amazing book readers. If you're an ebook reader, you like reading your books electronically, these are awesome because they're pretty much shaped like books. And I have the Galaxy Z Fold 5 here, and I also have the Google Pixel Fold here as well. And I'm gonna tell you which one I personally think is the better ebook reader. Now, it's really based off the physicality and the hardware of the phone, which one is better in which scenario. So without further ado, let's kind of talk about this feature that's super important and super cool, but probably a lot of you guys maybe don't do, but maybe you'll take up after picking up, or maybe you've never even thought about getting a foldable phone, and this would be a great reason to get one. Now, here's the outside displays first. If you wanted to read it on the smaller screen, you've got the Pixel Fold right here and the Z Fold 5 on the right. And for me, it's such a no-brainer just looking at them like this. When you just look at the covers alone, you're like, you know what, the Pixel Fold looks a lot better to read on the outside. When you get to the actual text of everything, again, I think the Pixel Fold absolutely shines, but you know, you could still obviously read it on this outside display of the Z Fold 5. It's just kind of weird. A lot of the lines get cut off to be really, really short, and you have a lot of empty space at the top and the bottom, just like you do on both phones, but it feels a little bit more condensed and a little bit more natural to read on the Pixel Fold, at least on the outside displays of these two phones. Here's a very similar page to both phones, what they look like on there. Again, you can see the full range of the text on both of them, but ultimately, which one would you prefer when you read these? That's the better question. And for me, again, on the outside display, I would much, much rather read it on the Pixel Fold. Here's that same page, this time on the bigger display of the Pixel Fold, and it's really, really wide. And I have to be honest, I don't think this is my favorite orientation to read it. You could twist it around and it becomes a little bit more palatable to read it. And the form factor is almost like a real book as well when you read it in this way. And here's the normal stance of the Z Fold 5, what it looks like. And I love this orientation. I don't have to turn it around. It looks just like a book, but if you wanted to turn it around, that's what it would look like, which would make it a little bit more like a Pixel Fold. But let's be honest, who wants to keep turning their phone when they read their book in order to read it in a certain orientation when you're looking at it? Here's the Z Fold 5 again with the cover, but you get the little black lines on the left and the right. Here's that same cover on the Pixel Fold and way bigger black lines because this display is naturally much wider. But again, if you turn it, that's where it becomes a little bit more like the Galaxy Z Fold 5. So I think for me, the Z Fold 5, which is right here, the one I'm shaking, is the better one to read when you have it on the bigger display because you don't have to turn it around to get a semi normal sized book on it. You can just keep it at the orientation that it's at. But then on the outside displays, I would choose the Pixel Fold. But I think, when you're reading an ebook, you want it on the bigger display. You want to be more immersed into it. So for the better ebook reader, personally, what the one I would choose would be the Galaxy Z Fold 5. They both do a great job, but this is just a little bit more natural. You don't have to twist it around, like I said. And how many times are you going to read the book? Let's be honest, on the smaller display anyway, you probably won't at all. Let me know your thoughts on it in the comments down below. I thought it'd be a cool little interesting video to show off with the two phones and decide which one potentially looks better in your eyes. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. We'll see you down the road. Peace.